I should really start writing out these intros.
Be cool.
Well, welcome everybody to episode 3 of Tides of the Fallen Kingdom. I think we're gonna try going with introductions, and then we'll come back around to me with all the extra stuff.
All right, so we're starting with me then?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Odin. I play Zen on this game. I play Dahlia on the Saturday game, and I play the GM for the One Piece Endless Horizon game. We had that one yesterday. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Vida de Revolution.
A little bit too French for my tastes. In this game, I am playing Mina, the Tiefling Cleric. On Saturdays, I play Peleus, the Tiefling Pugilist, and on Mondays, when destiny allows, I play Kenshi, the Human. That's it, human. He's default human. He's gone back. The drugs fucked him up real bad last time.
Well, I guess I'm up next. I'm just here to play Alistair, your resident little sneaky fella. You know, beyond that, I'm not really involved in too much around here, so might as well pass it on.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mobius. This is the only game I'm a part of, and I'm ready to break some more skulls.
And last but not least, hello, I am Fangor. I am playing the Leonin Pugilist, and I swear to God, I'm going to find some beef this game.
And that brings it back to me. I am Kat. Tonight, I am your DM for this campaign in its very early stages that I'm very excited for. I also play Flora the Tiefling Wizard on Saturdays for Far and Wide, and I play Serpent Star Chrysanthemum, Captain of the Dancing Pirates, for the One Piece Endless Horizon game. And I had real fun with the performances last night. So yeah, who had my recap?
I think it was me.
Please do tell us what happened last time.
All right. Well, at the start of it, we all seemed to start in the cellar that we went down to clear out some of those dust bunnies. We found this sealed urn with plenty of magic around it, and pretty dangerous, and I didn't really want to do anything with it, but they insisted, so we opened it up. And I mean, probably should have, but I mean, it went all right. Mobius almost died in one hit from it, but I mean, we got out of it, we killed it, we even got some rewards for it, and even some bonus food. I mean, that was pretty good. I mean, during the fight, Mina for some reason thought that I was playing with shadows or something, but she got a mouthful of dust, so all's well. You know, after that, we were told to get the hell out of the property, which we did. And then Mina wanted to go to their temple because free healthcare and all that, and it's a grand place. You know, but we couldn't stay there the whole time. Decided, why not? Let's get some dinner. And we went to just an exquisite place. We had to turn on our weapons, but it is what it is. And the food was great. Amazing, some of the best I've had around here, but I can't believe the cheapskates asked for a tip. Ugh. Anyways, after that, we went outside, and there was some ruckus going on. Some old man talking about it all, and decided to follow him down an alley, and I don't know, I guess we'll see where that goes. Anyways, that's what I have. So, I think that describes where we pretty much were.
Yeah, so last we left off, you guys had just witnessed a bit of a disturbance in town.
Give the man his inspiration point.
Oh, right, yeah, nope. Totally was going to.
SMH.
Wow, you ripped that right into the mic. Let's try to avoid that. Thank you.
I'm gonna rip it harder in there.
If it's not crackling, we don't want to hear it.
All right, Alistair, there is your inspiration for
Let's
doing the
go.
recap. Thank you very much. But yeah, last we left off, you guys had witnessed that that disturbance there in town square. And I believe you had decided to follow a particular hooded gentleman into the alleyways of Pekka. Correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, something
Yes.
like that.
I'm pretty sure that's where we left off.
Okay. So, do you try to hide yourselves while doing this?
Does it seem very feasible?
I mean,
Looking around like a
Um,
giant cat and assorted other people.
Cat, I serve the Lord. Why would I need to hide my presence?
Right, so it sounds
I
like
am a
you are
lord. Why
just
would I need to hide it?
blatantly
I mean,
following after this man.
I can follow after him inconspicuously, but I'm not being stealthy about it.
Inconspicuous. You're like almost 8 feet.
I was about to say,
What I mean is that I'm not purposely trying to make it look like I'm following him, just walking the same direction.
If Zen doesn't see anyone else do it, he doesn't see the point in even trying.
okay. So,
I just don't think it would be possible. So I'm just not.
all right, so blatantly just following him. Got it.
Okay.
What? You want to try to be inconspicuous? Please explain to me how you would attempt to be inconspicuous about this.
If he turns to look at me, I'll look up and away and whistle.
I'm just imagining Fangor trying to hide behind a light post that's like way too small.
If asked, he says he just followed a ball of yarn that rolled down there.
I'll get down on all fours and meow if he looks at me.
You know what? I am gonna try to stealth. I don't want Zen to be a too.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure you don't want to give it a
Just
shot.
hide behind my leg, you're fine.
I mean, Zen, I will let you roll stealth.
Natural 20, 22.
Holy shit. That cat is wide.
So you managed to shuffle behind Fangor and keep yourself hidden from view. As the rest of the group follows this man, he does, after just a minute or two, taking the first turn in the alleyway, look back towards the group of you. Fangor, deception? To pretend like you're not following him?
You're a regular cat.
Okay. 21.
Oh wow.
Literally just look up and away and start whistling.
This part isn't of a sort of really just act great at this.
Bumbling.
This is great.
Okay.
Maybe with this, we could have all just pretended to be there and you wouldn't have known.
Gosh, you're playing the tricky stealth like
I know.
deceive guy. Do your thing.
Okay,
You're the one
so
that-
I don't have a good reason to. This is funny.
he looks at Fangor for a brief moment and then looks to the rest of you.
I wave.
This is why I didn't want to try.
Can I help? Can I help you?
Oh yeah, hi. I'm Mina. I have other friends around, but you looked kind of interesting back there, dealing with the whole guard situation and trying to stop things. Are you a hero of some kind?
Just doing my duty to try to keep the peace.
That is very respectable.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a name, Mr. Peacekeeper?
You can call me Rig.
Rick. Nice. Short name. Easy to remember.
And as you're looking at him, he does pull his hood back, and you are met with a middle-aged gentleman with some clear battle scars and a general weariness to his expression. He's kind of got some slight wrinkles and bags under his eyes. Mostly unkept, medium-length beard. His hair is kind of a little greasy. So, were you intending to have a conversation of some kind?
Yeah, how you did that whole thing? I was wondering if I could help.
Help keep the townspeople from trying to rip the Ebbian Empire soldiers apart?
Because that'd be a really stupid thing for them to do.
It
You
would
have a
be
bunch
stupid.
of unorganized people who are just really angry at things, but they're not well trained or disciplined, and they'd be operating all by themselves.
That sounds like a recipe for a slaughter.
And it would give the guards a reason to crack down even harder for right now. It's just not a smart strategy.
He kind of gives you a look. Bit of a once-over, Mina. And then he'll kind of look to everybody else, kind of meet everybody else's eyes. And the rest of you, similar sentiment? He completely ignores Fangor.
He's too casual.
Does he
Yeah, he's
see
just too
Zen
chill
at
with
this
it.
point?
No, you're
Yeah,
still
just-
behind
okay.
Fangor.
Well, he would have seen Mobius and Zen, I think, then.
Yeah.
No, he would have seen
Or not Zen.
Mobius
this
and
fuck, I'm sorry.
Alistair.
I always forget Maj is fucking Alistair now. God damn it. I'm still getting used to the name. Yeah, he would have seen Alistair, Mobius, and Mina, right?
Yeah. I mean, he probably sees Fangor, but he doesn't really know he's part of
Doesn't-
gang.
Not,
You know,
not like,
he's just there. He's a bystander.
yeah, just a guy. So yeah, did Mobius and Alistair have something to add to that?
He'll look over to Mobius particularly.
Keeping the peace is the best solution as of now. If the townsfolk plan to revolt in some sort of way, will I get involved? It depends on the matters at hand.
As soon as you say, I hate interrupting my players, but as soon as you say revolt, he walks up very quickly towards you. And in a very hushed tone, I would be very careful about what you say next. And he kind of looks around to like scan the surroundings, particularly his eyes resting on Fangor.
He's a fucking
Do I
fan.
notice him looking at me?
Yeah.
What are you looking at me for?
He's part of the group.
Oh,
We are a group now.
could have fooled me.
Oh.
What's that supposed to mean?
You look very cash.
Right. Well,
That's true.
Where did Zen
listen.
go?
He'll look around again, just kind of he sees that the alleyway is occupied by just you guys.
Mhm.
And give me a moment while I remember the name of my own inn.
This is the one we were at.
Yeah. It's Silver Shell. Jesus. Meet me at the Silver Shell this evening. And we can perhaps talk a bit more freely.
Understood.
And he will pull up his hood and walk away. Quickly.
Well, he seems nice.
He was weird.
Seems like an interesting fellow.
Mhm.
But
I'm glad
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do agree with you about the whole. It's best to keep the peace at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's more going on than we see.
Oh, probably.
I mean, I assume most of it's in the same vein as what we're seeing, but
Ugh.
I mean,
We're
I
meeting
have.
him tonight.
I don't have anything else planned.
Zen's gonna look up to the sky real quick to see what time it is.
You probably have about an hour of daylight left since you guys you had a relatively early dinner. So yeah.
Hmm.
I
Well,
don't.
still the curfew. Not for a while, but still. Did he give you guys the exact time?
Well,
No. You said tonight.
Zen, you know the curfew is sundown.
Yeah, sundown, so it's soon then. An hour.
Mhm.
All right. Well, curfew will be at sundown, so if he wants to meet tonight, I guess we'll all have to meet him at the inn. I really don't want to have to pay for a room at that inn. Maybe I can just sleep in one of the booths.
well, I suppose you can always try to get back to where you're trying to go.
I'll meet you guys there. I'm gonna go home and have dinner.
Okay, Zen.
Quick dinner.
Sounds good.
All right. You know,
Actually, he doesn't know I was there. Should I be a part of this? Because he may be spooked if he sees another face.
we'll just tell him you were behind the cat.
Okay.
But I was thinking, I mean, with all this going on, perhaps I can try to find out some more from the god around here. You know, wherever that outpost is.
Oh, you're gonna try to visit him real quick before we have a meeting?
Might be a good idea. Get some information.
Maybe, maybe not.
I wouldn't advise it.
You don't want their eyes on you. You're about to go to a meeting that's a little sketchy.
Yeah, unless you're like a master of disguise or something. You have a dress or something you could wear?
Or if you're planning to
What?
just lead them right
Yeah.
to it.
Well, yeah, if we could get you to like shave, and I could do your makeup and your hair and get you in a dress, then you'd look like a whole different person.
I'd probably get my sister to lend you some heels.
That would be so awesome.
You know what? No, I was just going to walk there, show them my seal, say who I is, and ask what's going on. But unless you mean after the meeting after.
Yeah, I mean, you could just go
I
later.
mean,
Yeah.
frankly, I wouldn't try it at all. But
Well, I need to talk with them at some point.
I mean, yeah, but if you're gonna get involved with something sketchy, I'm not sure I want you going to talk to them if I'm also gonna be part of this. Was to have you not just sell us out to them.
Mm-hmm. Does have a point there.
I suppose they do have a point, but at this point, I think if I was going to sell you out, it'd already implicate all of you in it. But
What evidence?
my word, as a lord,
Is that worth more or something?
you'd be very much surprised.
Must be an Empire thing. You guys are weird.
I agree with that. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna head to the inn.
Fuck it, I'll just follow you guys. I can read for the hour while we wait.
Well, let's get a move on.
You know what? I will talk with them later. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys make your way back over to the Silver Shell then.
Yep.
Bring the music in because I kind of forgot that. What? Oh.
Is it not working?
What happened?
Seems
YouTube restriction or whatever.
it does not want to let me play the track that that I normally use for this. Okay.
Bear with us, everyone. Technical difficulties.
There's always at least one.
Hold on, do we need
Yeah.
elevator music?
It's a good point, though. We do think Alistair is like a noble of the fucking empire at this point. I mean,
It's my sense. It's kind of like,
yeah.
what's to stop you from just being like, hey, they're trying to have a secret meeting about revolution here?
And I'm just saying it's already like, well, you're already a little past that.
To be fair, we will kill Alistair later if he becomes a threat.
Then we'll pepper him with magic missiles till he's dead.
Yes, exactly. Dodge this, asshole. Actually, I think he has the one warlock subclass that can counter magic missiles. So.
And
Does
you?
it?
At least at that point, I'll have some red meat.
How would I
Yeah,
counter?
yeah, it
what,
would.
what do I have that would counter it?
It's not cannibalism if he's a whole different species, right?
Put it in the
I-
chat. Do you think it'd be cannibalism? if he's a
Chat,
whole
let us
different
know.
species?
I'm a
So,
lion.
I have
I
a
am
question.
not
What
a
do you
human.
mean I'm the one warlock or the one warlock that can counter?
Because you get
magic
shield
missile?
as a hexblade, right?
At
shield
later
as an
levels,
option.
I think.
No, shield is a first level spell. It's like
Is it?
your
Oh,
it's
yeah.
That
like
doesn't
one of
mean you
your-
get it like
Yeah.
first off the bat, though.
Yeah, because warlock is a badly designed class, so it's something you can pick as an option, but it's not like an additional known spell.
Yeah.
That is a little annoying, I will say.
I like
but-
cleric. I just get it prepared all the time.
That's why I like wizard. I get to both choose my spells and learn more with the most spell slots.
Wizard.
Wizard.
I got my bets on if Maj dies, this Alistair is coming back as a fucking like shadow wizard money gang joke.
We already have a wizard, so I don't know if I could.
You can go war mage. That's like wizard, but like
Besides, you know what?
cooler.
You know what?
I'm
Let's
back.
just keep the talk of dying out of here.
Come back as the wizard named Flickback.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, use a quarterstaff as a pimp cane. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Instead of like starry robes, you've got like leopard printed purple jacket and all this shit.
That would go hard.
The oversized like zebra hat.
You keep your familiar on a leash, you know.
Yeah.
Oh God.
God.
I regret saying this.
You brought this on yourself.
I know. I hate myself.
You took it too far.
No, I drove us to the location. They're the ones who started to break shit. Bad on me though for ever getting you to that location.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you break out the muscle car and you're getting mad at us for driving it. Like,
That's got a point. He paid for the whole speedometer. You got to use the whole speedometer. I mean,
Well, I could fiddle with this forever, but it seems like it's not
I
gonna
guess
work. So
is what it is.
it is what it is.
To be
I'll look into it more when we actually take our break. Until then, yeah. So you guys make your way back to the Silver Shell Inn. Zen, you were going with them?
Yeah, he'll go with them. He's just gonna sit in a corner and start reading his books further.
Okay, so as you enter the inn, Darius is there behind the bar. It's kind of noticeable at this point that he never really seems to have any help around. It seems to be just him running the place. He looks at all of you and goes, well, wasn't sure I'd see you all back here.
No, I'm gonna be in the city for a while.
I typically come and bother you.
Well, yeah, I figured I'd see you again. Nice to see that you've made some friends.
That's a really strong word.
what? We're not friends now.
Are we not friends then? I called you guys
almost-
my friends in the hospital. No one said anything.
I wasn't with you in the hospital.
Oh yeah.
Well, we
No.
all fought a big beast together. That counts for something.
You guys gonna be needing some food, drinks, rooms for the night?
Oh,
I'll have a drink.
Yes to all.
I'm
You
just
know-
gonna read.
Okay.
I'll need a room.
I'll take some nice meat. And I mean, wait, is this the same tavern?
Mhm.
Same inn? Oh, well, I'm just gonna keep the room that I had previously.
Okay. I believe it was 2 silver a night.
Yep.
Well, if you plan to stay for a couple of nights, I do run discounts for multiple nights.
Well, I don't see any other option for lodging. So what would this discount be?
If you rent 3 nights, then it will run you 5 silver.
Do we count the first night I was here in one?
I suppose I could.
All right, then I'll do that.
Okay, so that is going to be, so you've already paid 2, so 3 more silver, and that'll get you 2 more
Yep.
nights.
Perfect.
Yep, I'll do the same.
I'm in. Yeah.
Okay, so all of you 3 more silver, and you're good for tonight and another night. Well then, you guys can keep your keys, same rooms. Everything's been cleaned up. And drinks. Mead, ale, all the way around. What are we getting?
I will
Meat ale.
have glass of meat, please.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest cup of whatever. Don't care.
All right.
The university student, I see.
What's that?
Well, it's places of learning, and students are very known for wanton drinking sometimes, and
Why would they do that? That makes thinking really hard.
because they're
Not correct.
what's a good way to put it? Young adults tend to do so.
Is there anyone else in the bar?
Oh, no, it's pretty empty tonight. He will, after a few minutes, he brings over your drinks. Sets them down on the table. What did you all get up to? What was going on with old Marla? Was it rats? Tell me it was rats.
No, he actually had an issue this time.
Ah, damn.
I
Did
don't
you
know, those
Yeah.
creatures made of dust. They made it really dirty.
Creatures made
Let's
of
just say
dust.
she had an air elemental issue.
You know, the way you said "damn," it sounds like you had a bet on it.
Yeah, I did.
To be fair, it was pretty safe to say that it was rats.
I was really banking on it being shadow rats too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was
Rats,
the worst dust
Wait
bunny
a
infestation I've
minute.
seen.
rodents, common pests of any kind, really. Where I had my money.
Mia,
Hmm?
you're absolutely correct. I was promised shadow rats, and as I said before we left, that it had better been shadow rats, or you owe me a free drink and a meal. Looks over at the bartender, smiling.
He just
You agreed to it.
gives you a look.
You agreed to it. Uh-huh.
I did.
You did.
All right, well. What can I get you then?
I'll take a steamed fish and some ale.
You got it.
What? No steak?
Man, you're really asking for an ass whooping, aren't you?
Don't antagonize him.
No.
Say, Fangor being able to kick your butt is another bet I am willing to make.
Ooh, I'll take that bet.
I'll take that bet too.
Yeah.
Don't tempt me.
Is it possible to bet against myself?
No, because like then it's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
Because
then
then you
what's
can
to
just
stop
throw
you
the
from
fight on purpose.
Yeah.
I think
Darius
that what might
comes.
stop me is wanting to actually not be beaten up.
Darius comes back to the table with the drink and the fish for Zen. Also, it's just bad sportsmanship.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I could do a ceremony too, so that way if you do surrender and give up like a coward, then it's heresy.
That, and if you break anything, I know mending, so I can just fix it.
I think there's still a little time before curfew's up, so you guys can take it outside if you need to.
I was
You got-
joking.
You probably got 10 minutes.
Aw, here I wanted to see you fight.
I'd be careful with that.
It-
All the
It's
good
a bad
fighting
look
and all the good fight pits have been shut down since the Empire took over.
Oh, that's a shame.
Any of the legal ones.
Son of a bitch! I knew I went to the wrong continent.
They were great in the last
Other
town.
ones in other cities. This isn't the only city on the continent. It's actually kind of a crummy one, at least compared to the bigger one in the center that I.
Eh,
Hey, occupation by a bunch of assholes for 7 years does something to a city. I'm just saying.
you're not wrong. Also, watch it. They do come in here sometimes.
But they're not in here
Mhm.
right now.
Well, not wrong. It's pretty shitty.
I've seen worse.
And usually the shitty towns have the best fight pits.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Ooh, you could probably find something good in Lobos. That's a really big one.
You know,
Probably
I'm
one of the
sure there's
biggest cities on
still
the continent.
some around.
And I mean, even then, in a city like this, I bet there's something underground somewhere where you
Yes.
could punch someone's teeth out.
And there's
Probably
probably
for money.
somebody who wants to pay money for it. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Open for.
Few more minutes go by, and right about sunset, you hear the bell over the door, and Rig makes his way through the door. He makes eye contact with you, and he looks over to Darius. Darius gives him a nod. The usual, then? Rig will walk over to your guys' table and... Hey, actually, if we could get the business special, that'd be great. Darius just kind of raises an eyebrow, gives him a nod. Well, give me a few minutes to get that squared away.
Business special.
Rig looks at all of you. You'll, you can take your drinks with you, and finish your food. We won't be staying here for very long.
All right.
But I just paid for 2 more nights.
Oh, by all means, you can sleep here, but we won't be...
I think it means here, like
Oh.
on this
okay.
floor, in this room.
A better place to meet.
The talking room.
Darius will come back from behind the bar and silently gesture to Rig to follow, and Rig gestures to all of you to follow as well.
I grab my drink and I start a following.
Same here.
Yep.
So you guys are led back behind the bar through the door that goes into the kitchen. And as you're walking through the kitchen, you see, a couple of various steaming pots and stuff, as if Darius had been prepping for more people to come in.
Real quick, because then have summoned his owl and had to stay outside to watch over the establishment in case someone comes in.
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'd say about 10 minutes before Darius came back anyway, so...
Yeah, because he can telepathically communicate with it up to a mile.
Mm-hmm. So he leads you through the kitchen, towards the back, through another door that leads into a small storage room with some barrels and crates and whatnot. And in the back left corner of the storage room, there's a decently sized crate, probably comes up to about waist high for the average person. He walks over to the crate and just lifts it. And underneath it, there is a hatch. And the crate seems to have kind of like a false bottom. It's really just for looks. Then he lifts up the hatch and well, go on.
Down into the deep blue. That's what.
Oh,
Do
boy.
these
Are we gonna
stairs
fit?
look just as weak as the one going to the cellar?
No, these ones look like
Might as
they've been
well.
kept up.
Okay, good.
I'm head on down.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys go down about 2 flights of stairs into this pretty low. Fangor, Mobius, those of you that are tall have to duck to not scrape your heads on the rounded stone ceiling of this tunnel. And it's pretty damp and dank down here. And as Rig is leading you down this hallway, sorry about the conditions, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes, of course.
You guys walk down this hallway for about 5 minutes or so, take another turn, and you're led into another small room that's been lit up with a few snacks on the table, and it very much looks kind of like a conference room with a round table in the center of the room and chairs. And Rig makes his way around the table, sits kind of at the back side of the table, and gestures you all to sit.
We'll take a nice little lounge there in the seat.
Yep. Take a seat.
Why not?
Rig will kick his feet up onto the table and grab the tankard that was already sitting there. You can kind of assume that Darius had put it there for him. And he goes, "Wow. Now we can talk freely."
Well, that's good.
Now, I don't think I have to really say this, but I'm going to anyways. I'm operating on the assumption that I can trust all of you,
Of course.
and I'll know who and why if this place is discovered.
Fair enough.
Mind you, this is one of many, so if you have any plans to report anything to the Empire, just know it's only going to be a small hitch in the entire program.
Yeah, see, I really don't have a horse in this race either way. I just want to make sure the fighting is done smartly.
Hmm.
I'm more worried about the aftermath of it all, to be honest with you.
Well, war is never pretty.
No, it's not.
Yes, look at the city.
Do that.
Never recovered from First War. But now we fight a silent war.
Never recovered or never given the chance to recover. There's a difference.
A big difference. The Ebian Empire likes to make it look like they have our best interests at heart. Closing down the fight pits, running the underground pretty much dry. I mean, it's almost impossible to make a living off of any kind of crime in this city. But
Really?
it's only because they themselves have become the criminals.
Hmm.
What's the
How
garrison
so?
like here?
They're well organized. They keep everything locked down pretty
Yeah.
well. The people are afraid. They operate under fear.
I'm a
Not
bit
incorrect.
confused. Didn't look like they bolstered their defenses at all. Are they not afraid of getting invaded?
They like to act like they aren't. Pekka fought the war against the Ebian Empire for many a year. It wasn't until we were run almost to non-existence that a peace treaty was made. They've made it nearly impossible for us to bolster any forces to try to take it back.
Does the rest of Agoria not do much about it?
Vugora's political arrangement is probably not anything like you're familiar with. I know some other continents that operate under one singular city, the rest of the continent basically being under the same rule, and Vugora, it's not like that. Everybody handles their own business here.
A lot of cities are more self-sufficient, so they kind of have their own little power structures that are unique to their own little areas.
Unless they're bothered, they typically won't do anything.
Unless it's a threat that threatens a large swath of territory or a lot of people at once, you won't often see them collaborating together.
Oh, interesting.
Does the council not have any involvement over here?
Oh, they do. Council's never been one to get involved unless there's extensive loss of life or threat to, well, themselves.
Yes, and the church here seemed like it was working pretty well.
Well, this is just a single city-state that's been threatened and not even really destroyed, or just crushed underfoot. I kind of think that would be beneath most of the council.
And the Empire has made it look as though Pekka thrives under their rule. If you go to any other continent, you would hear stories of prosperity, bountiful commerce and trade, friendly relationships with all around. They put up a good front.
I did hear that where I was from.
I mean, that's pretty much why I came here.
Yeah, same.
What they don't
It's pretty easy to lie.
What they don't say is that they are literally ripping everything from the common people in order to keep up their image. I mean, Darian never used to have to charge what he does for his rooms and his food. At this point, he does it begrudgingly because he has to make a living.
You know, I'm starting to really hate the Empire more for its own blatant inefficiency. I mean, they've occupied for 7 years, and instead of actually trying to create a prosperous city, you know, get people back, open up businesses and the like, and investing, instead of they're trying to squeeze more and more, like blood from a stone, and eventually it's going to run dry and they'll have nothing left. It's just stupid.
I think their whole point is just keeping a harbor city down.
I mean, maybe, but honestly, what is worth more Just a harbor city or a very prosperous harbor city under your control?
Depends on your intentions. If you keep a port city like this under fear and under the thumb, let's say the Empire wants to go further in, they have a perfect beachhead.
Oh, of course, then they can bring in fresh troops and supplies and the like, but they haven't made any moves as of late.
Rig kind of pulls up a finger and points at Mobius. What war did you fight in?
None around here.
You know, even as a beachhead, it would definitely make more sense to actually have it thrive a bit, because then you could just have resources from here instead of having to
Yes.
ship them all in.
Then you can locally source food, weapons, armor, even manpower if you actually manage to secure the population's loyalty, which they have done a horrible job of doing.
I don't think that's their point.
It almost
know.
seems as if the
It's
king had
stupid,
forgotten
and
They
about.
don't need this, but they don't want Vigor to have it back.
You know what it almost sounds like to me? Sounds like the king did this almost on a whim and then just kind of forgot about its purpose. Now it's just here.
Sounds like incompetent leadership.
Conquest.
Yeah, I mean, it does. Is there even like a permanent ruler that's been put in this city, or?
We're also not seeing the full picture. We don't know the state of the Empire. We don't know what their logistical capabilities are. So let's just assume right now they are, granted, they've been here for 7 years. Let's just say they're regrouping and they're regathering their forces.
I can tell you for a fact that wouldn't take 7 years to do all that.
Depends on how in depth you want to get.
Rig,
Given how much they ended up bleeding for in the first place, it wouldn't entirely be off the table.
Rig looks over the table. I bet 7 years is plenty long enough to destroy population's morale.
Exactly.
It's also just enough time to bleed the people so dry that they'll be willing to do almost anything if it means prosperity and security for themselves or their families.
Which means there's a good chance there's spies amongst the population.
Spies. Eventually, people get desperate enough, they'll switch to the other side.
Yes, especially because there's no underworld to keep themselves afloat.
I've seen more and more Pekka's people take up jobs with the Empire. It may not make a lot of
Right.
sense to you, but what I can see is they're playing the long game.
And how do you plan to counteract it?
Carefully.
Brilliant.
You're from here, aren't you? He's looking at Zen. I've seen you around.
Yeah. I'm from here.
Cadius has not been idle this entire time, I promise you that.
No, I've seen the deterioration of this city in the last 7 years. Never got better after the war. As much as they claim to try to do anything, nothing ever works or happens. I'm just more curious of what you have planned to do about it.
Lord Cadian has a plan.
Who is Lord Cadian?
Lord Cadian was once the heir to the throne.
Oh. Hmm. That's a good rallying symbol.
So is he leading your guys' revolution? Just call it what it is.
It is a revolution. There's no getting around that.
You know, I'm assuming you're looking for assets and all that, and ways to get a leg up. Well, I might have a bit of an interesting offer.
Wait a minute, he never answered my question.
Oh. About what?
I asked if Lord Kedian was leading the revolution.
Mm.
Lord Cadian
point.
definitely calls the shots.
So he's leading. He's who the people look to.
Essentially, yes, but I have to be very careful about what I say, as Lord Cadian has to maintain an image of cooperation with the Empire.
Oh, still a public figure, I see.
So there's no kill order on him.
It's not like we're going to go out there and scream it to the top of our lungs.
Well, I can't be sure. I've only just met you, and I've truthfully given you much more information than I should for people that I just met. Which actually brings me to my first order of business here for this little meeting that we're having. You all seem particularly gung-ho on restoring Pekka to its formal glory. And we need people. So if you're interested, small show of your ability and your trustworthiness is in order.
Initiation.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't lead with that.
Me too. We've been sitting here this whole time.
Yes, wait.
Well, how better to get a feel for people that I'm looking at bringing on to such a
Just
endeavor.
point me in the direction of the person I have to smack around for you.
Okay, well, I
He's
like
pretty good at that.
Look, they took away the fighting pits that I heard were famous out here, and I want them back.
They also make it so you can't have your steak.
And that I wasn't going to go there because it's just going to make me mad.
Now, get angry. Makes it better when you smack them around.
Well, I'm not one to question motives, but sounds like you're willing enough.
Yes. I mean, it seems like a good time, I suppose.
I mean, I do have my concerns, to be honest with all this.
Naturally.
You have a figurehead to prop up after all this is done, but how do you assure that they won't just come back and retake the city again? Most certainly they'll kill him the second time around, especially if he's the one leading this and it gets put back into power.
That is a good point. There's not really a big standing army waiting around.
The fact that we're all alive, well, I would say all alive. The people in the city are alive, so it's at least a little bit of the mercy they have. I'm not sure they'll extend that olive branch the second time around if you guys don't have a way to secure the city after. Are you trying to get, like, allies from Lobus, their armies? Or are you planning to go out and mess with their trade, pirate their ship? What's the plan?
He just kind of reaches up a single finger, taps the tip of his nose a couple of times. All in good time.
I was gonna say, Zen, that feels like something that maybe we should like prove ourselves to learn or something first.
It is what the point of the initiation is.
And they are asking us to risk our lives. I'd like to know there's some assurance that this isn't some half-brained scheme that someone thought on the whim just because some noble wants his little title back.
But he hasn't explained what the initiation is yet, so we don't know if we're risking our lives yet.
If we're helping with a revolution, we're risking our lives.
I'd like.
Let's let him speak.
Try.
Maybe they'd have leniency.
It's a simple task. There's
Go on.
an abandoned safe house just outside the walls of the city. We need it reclaimed. And there is a message in that safe house that was meant to be in our hands quite some time ago as valuable intel. And we'd like to get it back.
Quick question. I guess it's a two-part question. How do you know it's still there? And how do you know they didn't destroy it?
We don't. That's
Fair
what
enough.
you're for.
And who or
Just
what
asking.
destroyed it?
The Empire, of course.
How big of a force?
From what I know, they still patrol the safe house. But considering it's been taken for roughly 6 months now, the patrols have lessened. They usually keep a small company, anywhere between 5 to 8, around the area.
Oh boy.
Easily manageable.
That's not the problem, though.
You know, that sort of
That's sort
job probably be best to stay unseen.
Kind of nods towards Alistair. I'd rather the Empire isn't aware that we have reobtained the safe house.
When you say reobtain, do you just mean you just want the stuff in it, or you want the safe house itself? Because, I mean, if they already
We
know
just
it's
want the
there-
stuff in it.
Okay.
Okay.
You'd
So-
rather sneak in and grab it or fight our way in and grab it?
I think the idea is the less bodies we make, the better, because that means that the Empire doesn't even know that we went in and got the information.
Yes, especially because
Smart lady you've got there.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
what if it's
ideally-
unavoidable?
Well, if it's unavoidable, then
We hide the bodies.
Look
Mhm.
at me.
I think ideally we would go when they're not patrolling.
listen, I don't like to speak of any life as if it's not worth something. So don't misunderstand when I say, regrettably, by whatever means, we need the intel. And preferably without the Empire ever knowing that we got it.
Yep. So if we want to make it simple, then we get in, we get the stuff, we get out, we don't get seen, and we don't have to even hurt anyone.
Yes, and speaking of, do you have any
Be
good
nice.
intel about when they patrol it?
Generally during the day. Nobody likes
Yeah.
to be outside the walls at night. So you will find less resistance if you approach the safe house at night.
That does seem better, because if there's a beastie or something that shows up and we deal with that, well, that's less of a problem than if we get
Ooh, I wouldn't put my money on the beasties being less of an issue.
I have survived up north for this long. I know what a fucking beastie looks like, and I know how to deal with it, especially when I have a bunch of other people to help me with it.
Yes, and not to mention, the beast won't report to the Empire if we end up having to run from it.
Mm-hmm.
There's one problem, though.
Fair.
Yep.
How are myself and Fangor going to navigate this city past curfew without being seen?
I could grab some stuff from a relative of mine that may be able to help. But I'm going to
Oh.
need at least a day to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's easy. We just leave during the day.
Yeah, we just wait outside.
Ah,
But
you've never left Pekka, have you?
Nope, I came in, but I haven't left.
Mm-hmm.
yes, we just got here.
They track everyone who leaves the city,
Mm-hmm.
but there is a way around that.
Okay.
And at this point, he pulls out a map, and I haven't actually made a map of Pekka yet, but it is a map of Pekka and its surrounding areas all the way up until the walls. And he outlines a path leading from the northern end of the city out towards the wall. We have a few checkpoints set up along this path that will help you make it to the wall and pass the wall without the Empire knowing. He'll kind
That
of
sounds
circle
perfect.
a small area along the wall at the northern end. Here, you'll meet a young wizard that will help you get through the wall. Now, once you're past the
Alright.
wall, you're on your own.
Will the wizard be there when we come back?
Mm-hmm. Once you get there, he'll explain to you how to get his attention to get back through the wall.
You have the safe house marked on your map here?
Pulls out another map that shows the surrounding area outside of the walls, and he'll point to what really looks like just a spot in the middle of the woods. And essentially, you guys are looking at hang on, I gotta scroll through my notes here. All of the words are blurring together. I wrote down how long it was going to take y'all to get there. You're looking at a 2-day travel outside of the city
Oh shit.
by trail, and
Jesus.
another full day into the woods.
Oh, we're really putting our lives on the line here for this.
Oh,
You will be
Going on an
outside of the city
adventure.
for 3 days. Well,
I did not expect
6 days.
this far out.
Mhm.
I can't say I thought it was going to be this far out.
Oh, safest place is outside of the city. Naturally, nobody really wants to travel that far outside of a city, so best place to have a safe house.
I suppose so.
Yep. Well, I ain't going there tonight. I need sleep.
Yeah, no, we're not. We need to prepare for this.
Well, I mean,
There with
I
what the
guess
city
tomorrow's a
has
good better
nothing.
time.
There's things around. You just gotta know where to look for them. Very difficult, though.
A show of good faith, and he will reach into his pockets and give all of you 5 gold pieces.
Damn.
It's not much in the grand scheme of things, but this should help you get any supplies you might need for this sort of venture.
Well, who says yes to a shopping trip tomorrow? Oh,
Probably a good idea.
I can get stuff for snacks.
I mean, does any of us have any camping equipment, for the road or anything?
What's that?
All I need is a bedroll and a fire.
So I'm safe to assume that this is an agreement.
Yes.
Why not? I can't even go watch a fight in this city.
Excellent. He will offer the maps up to whoever is willing to take.
Yoink.
I don't know the land that much, so yep.
Did you yoink him or the maps?
The maps.
Oh, okay. Just clarifying.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
That's not what I meant, but okay. Keep going.
Well,
You
it's always lovely to
To-
make new associates and potential supporters of the cause. He'll sort of raise his mug, not really making an effort to clank it, but he's raising it in like a cheers manner.
All right. We don't have anything.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah. He
struggle
told
a bit
y'all to bring
and,
your drinks.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah,
I didn't order a
yeah,
drink.
I
I'm
drank
struggling
it
a
all
little bit.
before I came
I'll
down
raise
here.
up my mead,
Say Zen will
With a
raise
clink.
up his glass.
I'll raise mine up.
To Pekka seeing better days. And to all of you making it back alive.
I blame my mom for this. She kept telling me to go get a job. I don't think this is what she meant, but it does pay.
Quick question to the locals: what kind of beasts are out there? Like, actually?
Zen, congratulations. You're now employed.
Do I have to make a check to know what beast, or would I just know?
You would know. Well, you have stories, as you've never actually been outside the walls.
Mhm.
Fucking city boy.
You have stories.
I mean, I've roamed the plains. And
I've
seen some shit.
You know stories of beasts as tall as buildings, packs of all manner of creatures roaming in numbers that would make even the strongest warriors quake.
Yeah, no, we do need to be extraordinarily careful out there. Mina probably has a better understanding of what they look like, but I have heard stories of people who've been outside. There's a reason why they armor every single caravan that leaves Pekka over to Lobis, and they prefer to go by sea.
I suppose that makes sense.
Sometimes.
Oh, I
Generally,
swear you city boys are all the same. You think taking one step out of the walls is going to get your throat ripped out. That's only if you're
generally,
stupid.
the consensus is that if you stick to a trail, you're less likely to come across something. But leaving the trails is, at least from Zen's point of view, leaving a trail is a death sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Have we done proper introductions here? I don't actually think we have.
I think it'll be
introduced myself
better
over
to hold off any possible attachments until you return.
Fair enough.
AKA, you think we're gonna fucking die?
Oh, why would he think that?
I'm betting that you won't.
I don't believe you.
With your betting record, I'm sure that'll go great.
I just won a bet against Darius today, so
That's
It's
a
about
good
Marley
prove
Kevin.
me right. Yes. He said common pest. I said something unnatural. She seemed particularly upset about this issue.
Definitely unnatural.
Mm.
Where's the natural? I mean, it was made of air, so it's kind of natural.
Natural, yes, but let's just say I've put my bet on you guys once before, and I'm willing to do it again now.
No, you didn't. You just bet against Darius.
By betting on us.
Well, if that's all, I think I am going to retire. This old man prefers to sleep when he can.
Before you leave, Riggs, I got a question.
Sure thing.
How good are you at finding people?
Depends on the scenario I'm faced with.
There is a recent arrival. She's a ranger with black and silver hair. She arrived maybe a few days before we got here.
Okay, well, I can put it out in the channels and see what I come up with.
I would much appreciate it. She
Not a
would be
problem, not a
valuable
problem.
in this situation. So
I'll see what my people know.
Ooh, if she's a ranger type, maybe she is out in the wild. Maybe we'll find her on the way. I mean, it's a long shot, but
I think with that, he is going to usher you all back up to the inn.
Well, at least while we're going, I can look for potion ingredients on the way.
But I think that's a good spot for us to go ahead and take our break.
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Yep.
You all settled, let the players, bathroom break and drinks and whatnot. So yeah, we'll be back in about 10, 15 minutes.
Whoa, Hydra upon you the second you step out of town.
What? Oh.
We're not going to talk about hydras.
Come on, we
We're
need to
back.
kill it to get to the DLC.
Maj, we're not ready for the Silent King yet. We can't do that.
Anyways,
The Silent King.
So you guys make your way back through the tunnel, Rig following behind you, and you make your way back out into the tavern. Darius there looking at all of you as you come up. Rig gives Darius a nod. Well, good luck. And may the gods be with you.
And with you.
Yes, of course, we'll do our best.
When you return, just come back here. Darius will inform me of your arrival.
then it's going to Darius. What the fuck, man? We're friends. You never told me about this. Some secret club.
Darius is walking behind Rig. As Rig leaves, he locks the tavern door for the evening.
Whoa, I'm going home. Hang on.
You're
You
going
ain't
to go
going nowhere.
home after curfew.
I got Alice to look out for the guards for me.
Mm-hmm. Do you really want to risk that?
Not really, but I also don't want to pay for a room. So I'm gonna sleep on the floor next to your fireplace.
It's on me. Just go find a bed.
Woo!
Is it too late for drinks and more food?
I've got a few things that didn't sell. I can hand them out if you're okay with scraps.
Look at me.
Strap sounds pretty good.
He's
Fair
practically
enough.
wasting away.
And of course, the taps are never really closed, so why not?
Ooh.
Considering what you guys are about to do, I think
Maybe our last.
Nah, we'll be fine.
you've earned
Yeah,
a,
you know what? What about a... refill on some mead does sound good.
Right. Just don't drink me dry.
No, I plan on drinking the bar dry, not you. That's weird.
What?
Right. He'll fill up all of your mugs again and bring you just kind of several plates of all the random leftovers. There's some potato and cabbage stew. There's some steamed and grilled fish.
Zen's gonna scarf down a fist.
Well, I won't say no.
Drink
Swear to
some
God, if I
ale.
see a cow out there, it's going
Well, I was
down.
about to say, I'm sure there'll be at least be rabbits and stuff near the trail. That'll be some decent meat.
Careful, it may
Sure.
be a were-cow.
Maybe a were-rabbit.
A were-rabbit, that turns into a cow.
I don't wear cow or rabbit. I eat it.
No, it's a cow that turns into a
Wait.
big cow.
You have leather on you, don't you? At least somewhere?
No.
What are you wearing?
Loincloth?
Nondescript fur skin.
Hey, well, I'll figure that out. I'm retiring for bed, and I'm gonna read my book for a while. Goodbye.
You make your way up the stairs, and you just try the door of the first room that you come across, and it's open.
Yeah, he'll lay in bed and read until he passes out.
Man, Zen's weird. He has the same sleeping habits as my dad. But he's so young.
Well, I mean, you know what they say about those book types.
No, what?
They do that kind of thing.
What, read?
Big feet.
Yes,
I feel like that's
alone.
Probably
given.
why they call them book types.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that seems kind of... Why would they even say that about them? That's kind of like a given.
Not necessarily. I mean, I just talked about earlier about those book types who party quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, the people who, like, drink to think?
Well, no, they drink to not think when they don't have to think, I guess is the point.
Oh, so they get stupid, so that way they save their brain so they can be doubly smart when they need to think.
I'm not even sure I would say that. It's just, I don't think you can logic it. It's just, it happens. It's fun, I guess.
Y'all are making me want to drink more.
Darius brings you another mug.
Thank you.
Well, we have at least a day to prepare and get some supplies and whatnot. And our resident local guy is upstairs reading.
Well, he'll know
Darius
good
is
spots to,
like wiping out some mugs, kind of ear perks, and he looks over at you. You know, we do have some shops around here.
Yes, I was about to say
So
the
what-
locals will know some good shops.
It's gonna cost you, but you should be able to find all the supplies you need.
I would like to at least get a tent.
Yes, I was about, yeah. That's
You
what
guys
I
need
wanted
a
as
tent?
well.
I don't need it, I want it.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, same. I don't want to just sleep out in the open, especially if it rains.
Plus, it's a safer way to store all my gear. Because I'm not going to sleep in all this metal.
Oh,
You don't? I thought that was attached to you surgically.
No. That comes at the next rank of priesthood.
Oh.
Darius
Something tells me
sighs.
not. Wait.
I'm fucking with you.
Okay, I was about to say, something tells me you're messing with me, but at the same time, I didn't know you were, like, capable of messing with people.
I've told plenty of jokes, okay?
like what? Tell me one.
Um,
oh boy.
Yes, I would like to hear one.
okay, I can't do it under pressure.
Boo.
Okay, well, you're so funny. You tell me a joke.
I never claimed to be funny. You claim to be funny.
I said I could tell other jokes.
But then I asked you to tell one and you couldn't.
I can't do it on demand.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't take orders, I give them.
I don't know. I mean, suppose that's fair.
So, Alistair, what are you going to pick up tomorrow?
I mean, probably a tent as well.
Mhm.
We have plenty of food after what we got from the woman, and I don't know what else I might need. I guess I was gonna shop.
Ooh,
Hmm.
I should actually get some extra ingredients so I can make snacks along the way.
Oh, that would be a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're interested, there's a little adventure shop about 2 blocks from here. When you leave the tavern, you take a left to go down that street all the way to the end. Take another left. You'll find it.
Do they happen to sell anything like, I don't know, magical at all? Maybe might be interesting to see what's around here.
There was once a time that I could say yes, but seeing as magic items have been monopolized by the Empire,
Oh,
you'll be lucky to find a basic healing potion at any of the shops.
I see. Do they sell them, or do they just keep them for themselves? The Empire is, that is.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, there's 2 options. Either they could use it for themselves, or they could make huge profit on any they do sell. So it could go either way, I suppose.
Suffice
Does
it to
it-
say, you're probably not getting your hands on them.
Yes, I'm just curious about which is the one.
Unless you
Nobody's
know
used that
somebody
card.
who makes them,
Mm.
they'll be hard to find.
Fair enough.
Mobius, you sound like you were going to say something real quick.
Be prepared to find the most basic stuff that we need to survive. Anything fancy, it's probably guaranteed the Empire has it. So if you're looking for anything fancy, you're probably not gonna find it.
You know, when I was choosing where I was gonna go next, I threw a dart at a little map I had. I threw a knife at it. You know, it landed here.
That's
I
a
almost
weird way
wish I
for
would
a
have taken a
noble to
second
go.
throw. Yeah, I didn't know where else to go. I had a couple places I was thinking of, and I was like, why not? I'll just leave it to chance.
Huh.
Well,
You're one of those eccentrists, right?
Oh, whatever gave you that idea?
It's the hair.
The hair? What? I mean,
on
it's,
that note, I think it's time that this bartender retires for the evening. Don't destroy anything, and I weigh all the barrels before I leave the bar.
It's all right. It's a good time to turn into. I'm gonna head upstairs and get my gear
No,
ready.
don't worry. I'll leave my fair share.
See that you do. I'll be sure to prepare a decent breakfast for you before you leave.
I guess it also, if we do end up coming back, I still get that 3rd night, right?
Oh, of course. I get so few customers, it's easy to see faces and remember.
Well, I appreciate the hospitality, and I guess the chance for work.
You're just lucky you stumbled across Rig. You get through this first piece, let's just say the paydays get better. Closer you get.
Oh,
Closer to get to what?
Becoming a part of the revolution. And he'll walk through the door.
I'm not supposed to say that too loud.
He just walks through the door like a wave, kind of behind him as he disappears back into the kitchen area.
All right, I'll see you guys in the morning.
Hey,
yes, we'll
Mobius.
see you then.
All right, so you all rest for the evening, and with my rest rules, that means that you get your long rest plus any hit die that you want to replace according to your proficiency modifier.
Let's go. Oh, sweet spell slots, my beloved. Welcome back.
I believe, since none of you have actually spent hit dice, I think I can actually go ahead and use Fantasy Grounds long rest. Boop. There you go.
Let's go. We're so back.
It's so Jover.
Fully charged.
First long rest of the game. 3
Took
episodes
Probably the
in.
last.
Alas, you guys think we're just gonna die the second we step out of the walls? Good lord.
No, it just never gets back to a place where we can long rest.
Oh man, sleep deprived
Not
forever.
3 seconds.
Well, that's 6 guiding bolts. I pray that's enough.
Okay, so you all, we'll say Mobius is probably the first one up. I don't think anybody else here has the 4-hour,
I'm assuming that Mina and
early
I just
rising.
kind of end up arguing about meaningless shit for a little bit before I go up.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, let me do a thing. Let me see if she comes up with a good joke or not. Not really.
It's passing. It's a knock
German
knock joke.
humor. She has to get into it and like actually explain the joke in her language, which makes it not fun.
It's more like interesting than it is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I come up with a better joke?
Probably. Be really funny if you didn't though. Yeah, you
do.
My 2 rolls this session, a 1 and a 20.
I so badly want to ask you to actually tell a joke.
Don't. He has a whole fucking joke book.
Yeah, I got 1001 more cool jokes sitting around.
Give
and
us
I
a
mean,
joke.
Pull it up to a random page and fucking.
Okay, I'll pull it up to a random page. I mean, come on, Glenn Singleton, you never let me down before.
You can't
boy,
say
I
you
landed
make
on-
a joke and not actually make a joke.
I literally, I mean, Selk did too, but I mean, I literally landed on the page jokes about girls. Let's
Okay.
see.
Go on.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Sally, can I try on the dress in the window? Sales girl, if you like, but most people use the dressing room.
Oh, you're the only
So
one
bad.
laughing at it.
It's so bad.
He has actually like tortured me for hours on end with that book. I'm not even.
I know, it's great. I just read it in like a monotone voice and just go through the whole, like
and
half the book.
every joke is exactly like that.
They're so bad.
That was terrible.
It was.
See,
The whole
exactly.
book is horrible.
Ask the rest of the group to tell a joke when they wake up.
It's 1001 jokes. I can go on for a while with them. It's so great.
Okay.
Let's not say we didn't.
So, you guys settle in for the evening, going to your own rooms. Mobius, we're going to start the day with you, as you'd be the first one up.
I double check my gear, make sure it's all right and tight. I put it on, great swords on my back, helmet's on, or helmet's under my arm, and I head downstairs for breakfast.
Darius is down there, very sleepily working behind the bar as he is getting coffee ready for those that want it. And he looks up at you. I had a feeling you'd be the first one down. Coffee?
Yes, please.
He'll hand you a small wooden mug filled to the brim with just black coffee. I'll get breakfast going here in a minute. All I can really offer is eggs, rice.
That's perfectly fine.
After a few minutes, he'll bring out a bowl of just a simple bowl of rice with some fried eggs on top and a little bit of a spicy sauce to complement it with some just a few small pieces of green onion. Vegetables are hard to come by, so a little bit at least.
Something's better than nothing.
Dude.
Tried to mute my mic before that sneeze went through both of our mics.
Yep, we heard that.
Oh. How you feeling about this?
You know, when I planned on coming to Pekka, I can tell you this with a straight face, enlisting into a rebellion was not on my list.
Well, considering what the Empire makes Pekka out to look like, you share a sentiment with a lot of people that have come through town in the last few years.
I just don't get how the rest of the continent ignores this.
They're all handling their own business. Getting involved in what Pekka's going through would mean spending their resources and their time on something that doesn't benefit them. The Empire still trades with the other cities. And, well, gold makes the world go round, doesn't it?
Unfortunately,
They don't care who it comes from, as long as they still get it. It's an all too familiar and sad tune that the common people scream for justice while the elite sit at the top and laugh.
nothing changes unless you force a change.
And that, my friend, I hope you're about to become a part of. I've been here a long time. My entire life, in fact. And I can tell you that Pekka was hell of a city to live in. I'd give anything to see those days again.
I don't blame you. I just hope that with what we are about to endure and move out on, I just hope that in return, the population actually still has the will to fight.
I believe more of them do than you would think. People my age, we know what it used to be like. Those younger than me, they got a small taste of it. Or they grew up in hardship, and they'd give anything for a little bit of change. I think what the Empire lacks to see is push people down far enough. They'll do anything to climb back up.
That's just the nature of the beast. I just hope the younger people of this city can stomach what's on the horizon. Because war never changes. Doesn't matter what you slap on it. Doesn't matter what you paint it out to be. It all comes down to something very simple. Either the person in front of you, your enemy, is going to kill you, or you're going to kill your enemy.
I think the people of Pekka will rally if they have something to rally behind. What the revolution is working on. You worry that the people won't be there. But a quote that I and most in the revolution live by. When a man has nothing left to lose, he discovers a freedom that fear can no longer touch.
It's a good quote. I'll make sure to remember it.
Probably by the time I'm gonna start stumbling my ass down the stairs.
Ah, there he is.
Seeing as how I'm a gold down,
Coffee?
I'm coming down. My loincloth is sideways.
Oh boy.
Coffee? Yeah, coffee sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like you need it. He kind of averts his eyes, slides you a mug.
Huh? Oh shit! Sorry about that. Guess I should have checked that before coming downstairs. My apologies.
Yeah.
You think?
Good thing I haven't unlocked the door yet. Breakfast?
Yeah, whatever meat you have. I know it's not fucking beef, but hey, I can't be picky right now.
Yeah, fish.
I just,
I thought cats liked fish.
I do, but I don't like it all the time.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was sailing here. All I had was fish. Get here, all I have is fish.
All right, I can see it's a sore spot.
I mean, hey, they got fried eggs. That's protein.
Not the protein.
Protein.
Okay. Like, do you even have even pig? Do you have any pig?
Oh, seeing as there's a slim chance I may never see any of you again, I suppose I can pull from the back stock. He'll walk back into the kitchen without saying another word. And for Mobius and Fangor, it hits them first. For the rest of you, a couple of minutes later, as you're laying in your beds, just beginning to drift back from your dream worlds into reality, you could swear you smell the tantalizing allure of bacon.
Oh no.
Oh Lord.
Damn, that's getting me up out of the bed, and I'm gonna go check out what the hell's going on.
Getting me up too. I mean,
They all hear from Zen's room just sudden scrambling and running down the stairs.
You just like run by me when I'm already like in the hallway, and I'm just like, hey, watch it.
I hear them running down the stairs and I get into a fighting position. We're about to fight for bacon.
I'm just walking down. I'm curious.
Zen just comes down the stairs, one already pointed at you. Back off.
I just look at him like, y'all are savages, and I keep eating what's in front of me.
Fuck you, we have bacon maybe once every 3 years here.
I start clang my way down. I'm like, crap.
As everybody
Yeah,
makes their
just
way
quick.
downstairs,
What?
a couple of you in a
Get 'em.
standoff.
Hmm?
Darius
Get 'em, Mina.
walks through the door with a
Ew.
platter and
Fangor.
just loudly exclaims, "There's enough for everybody."
No, there isn't.
I look at the cat, and I'm just like, I hope.
Don't make me do this, Fangor. I only got so much magic.
I silently waved at Darius, just Give me 2 pieces. They can have the rest.
What is it with guys and
He'll
meat?
hand you two slices of bacon.
I'll hook you up too, Mina.
Actually, he'll kind of lean the platter in your direction, and you see that it's been cooked in a variety of ways. There's a few pieces that are extra crispy, and some that are more on the little crispy, little chewy, and some more on the chewy side.
I take 2 pieces of crispy.
And then he'll set the platter down on the bar counter and kind of clap to get the rest of the group's attention. There's enough here for everybody to get their fill. 2 to 3 slices each. And then he just kind of walks away from it, like holding his hands up.
Then rushes.
I walk
Yeah,
over and
I-
I just snag a couple pieces.
Before the
wherever
bum
it
rush
came.
comes, I pick up my bow and I move to the opposite side of the bar.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna put my 6'11", 400-pound ass in the way.
Oh my god. We're
I
monopolizing
skirt
the
around you and grab it.
bacon.
I skirt around you and I'm grabbing my 2 pieces.
Then
Bacon.
snaps his fingers as Alice appears on the bacon as she scoops up a bunch, and he
Oh,
snaps his
bitch.
fingers again to teleport her back to him.
I don't think you can do that with items and being held by them, can you?
I
Maj,
will
don't
allow
rule Loyal
this.
fucking bacon snatching.
It is funny.
I will
It is
allow this for
funny.
the bit.
Motherfuckers, I'm gonna grab the last bit off the plate and eat it.
As I will say, through this fumble for the bacon, all of you do manage to get your fair share.
Lucky I'm hungover.
And-
I eat 1 piece and I just like look over at that finger and I'm like, you know what, you want an extra?
No. I just
I'll
like
take it.
messing with you guys.
Oh.
Darius goes,
Selfishly done.
now that the bacon has been taken care of, would you all like the rest of your breakfast?
There's more. I was happy with this bacon.
I'll take more.
He starts taking bowls off of his tray, and he gives you the same thing that he gave Mobius. A fairly average size bowl of rice with a couple of fried eggs and some green onion on top.
I hate to be a bother, but can you slap a piece of like fried fish on there for me too?
Sure, not a
Now he
problem.
wants the fish.
His timer has been reset.
It can go back to fish for a week or 2.
I need a lot of protein. All right.
And as breakfast is consumed by everybody,
It's called bulking.
got some shopping to do.
Yeah.
Now, to make this as quick as possible,
Yes.
I am going to
Yeah.
start pulling up some general prices for items as you guys vamp a little bit, have some breakfast talk.
Out of curiosity, do you use the same prices as what's kind of listed in the player's handbook, or do you do different?
Yeah, generally what's in the player's handbook. What you can do,
God
or
damn
for
right,
those
correct
watching, I apologize, but I do have several players here that are unfamiliar with Fantasy Grounds. So I'm going to walk them through how to do this a little bit. You go over to the right-hand side where all of your stuff is, and if you look under campaign, you see items,
Mm.
Uh-huh.
and that is going to give you access to pretty much everything that
Yep.
is available in a town such as this. So you can kind of start looking around. I know tents were brought up.
Real quick question: is it supposed to be blank?
Is what's supposed to be blank?
The items list.
No.
It's not blank for me, no.
What the fuck?
Did you try searching for something? Because I found tents just fine.
I can't see your screen, so I can't help you.
I'm assuming the prices within here, Cat, are the same.
Pretty much. Just the way we're gonna do this is if you find something that you're looking at, let me know what you're looking at and how much it costs, and
Okay.
I will tell you if that is like appropriate for where you're at.
I am looking for a tent from D&D Player's Handbook Legacy for 2 gold.
Yes.
Same here.
That would be accurate.
They are 2-person. Are we sharing one to save money, or are people going to be getting their own?
Zen got his own.
Look, I like you guys.
That
but
is
we're
up
not
to you
sharing a
guys. The
tent.
tents do sleep 2 people, so
Okay,
We're not
let me ask you a question here.
What
the
about for the
tents
giants?
do sleep 2 people.
Do I count though with
Yes,
my size? Okay.
because rules are you are still classified as a medium creature
For somehow.
somehow, yes, but you are still classified as a medium creature, and the tents sleep 2 medium creatures.
Okay, guys, I have the biggest tent.
You can pitch your tent on your own there.
Wait, do tents count? I guess I technically don't have a bedroll. I probably need to buy one of those too.
Listen, you said I could pitch myself, but it requires 2 hands.
Oh, wait, shouldn't I have started?
Keeping in
got
mind
2
my
hands.
resting rules, the more that you have to make your camps as comfortable as you can, the more likely you are to kind of start pushing into the more.
Oh, I probably should have started the bedroll because it's standard gear. I don't think. I think I just forgot to add it.
Let me see. Do I have that? I'm gonna get cook's utensils from Player's Handbook Legacy for 1 gold piece.
Okay.
Can I get a mess kit for 2 silver?
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Let's
And we will
see.
say, for those that are watching, the group did eventually make their way out of the inn and down a couple of blocks to the
We're shopping.
adventuring shop, the adventurer's shop. A small elderly woman behind the counter that is just, let me know if you need anything. All your basic
Everyone has
supplies can be found. Everything is labeled and
Are there price tags?
yes, of course there's price tag.
Okay, perfect.
Is everyone stocked up on rope? You can never have enough rope.
I made sure to get my rope
have
back
rope.
after we used to climb on
Good,
it, so I'm
good.
okay.
Yeah, I got 50 feet of hempen rope.
Good, good. Never want to run out of rope.
What the fuck is that one
Yeah,
kit
that's it.
called?
Let's see.
What's the lockpicking tools called? Is that in here?
Thieves' tools. That might not
I
be
don't-
sold at the general store though, because
Probably won't be. Oh, they
Yeah.
are. I mean, they're in the list, but I don't know if they're here now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. That's up to Cat.
Oh, they're a
That's-
lot of gold though. I can't afford those.
Yeah, they
Damn.
are pretty expensive too. I think they're like 20 something.
25. I didn't know they were that much.
Yeah. Thieves' tools are.
I
Well, did you start with it with Charlatan?
Nope. I don't have my other starting item because I couldn't add it, and it was the marked cards.
Oh, okay.
I tried to.
Yeah,
But
I
it
thought
wouldn't let me.
some backgrounds or something let you start with Thieves' tools or whatever, but
Yeah. This one,
Maybe-
you get
maybe it
marked
was Rogue
cards technically.
specifically
in this
that
one,
lets you start. I don't know. Let's
It's so
see.
useful.
I am armed. I am already armed. So
A
there's
lot
not-
of the stuff that I would have loved, like 100 gold pieces. Fuck.
but- Yeah.
I'm looking at like the sexton. I'm looking at like
Ooh.
the pocket watch. I'm like, damn, 100 gold.
Yeah. Dude, clockwork in this sort of world? Oh god, I don't want to think about
Oh,
the
I
fucking
know,
world.
right?
Let's see. There's a few things. I can still
Let me
get.
see. Here we got the holy symbol. We got that. Kat, I want to get a little bit extra food for materials to use the chef feat. How much would you say that would cost? Because that's not really.
What do you mean,
something
like?
So like the cook feat, which I took, allows you to basically make treats provided you have the materials for it, but it doesn't really like specify how much is consumed in the making. Here, let me put it in the chat. So yeah, like as part of a short rest, provided you have ingredients and cook's utensils in hand, prepare enough of the food for a number of creatures with 4+ your proficiency at the end. Rest. Let's see. Oh, it was the snacks, I think, as well. Like, I don't think it takes a full ration to do, but I could be wrong.
We just gained a whole bunch of ingredients from Marla.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Who's keeping track of that, like, in inventory? Because we don't just have the magic food bag like we do on Saturday.
Cat, am I able to buy a healer's kit?
Uh,
I'm just not sure if it's available at the store. They have it on your list twice for 5 gold pieces.
yeah, you'd be able to get your hands on a healer's kit.
Okay.
There's a few things. I'm gonna get a mess kit just because that's useful. I'm assuming a mess kit is 2 silver pieces is probably okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm pretty tempted by the bag of ball bearings too.
How does a game like D&D not have Ebola?
Yeah.
What?
Hang on, let me get to Selkis's.
You say Ebola what?
Yeah. See, I can make jokes. I just can't do them on demand.
Oh my god, I hate you. I was about to answer you, and I was like, "You motherfucker!"
For right now, Selkis, let me go with an average of 5 silver pieces
Okay.
for enough ingredients to use your feat.
Yeah.
To feed everybody, or a single short rest.
Yeah, that are for like the snacks or
Mm-hmm.
well. Okay. So my main question then is who's been holding on to all that food we got for free?
I thought you had it.
Okay, if I had it, I gotta add it in here weight wise. So just give me.
Yeah,
I'll just put it in
I'm
as
pretty sure you snatched the basket.
Yeah.
No, I thought Zin got it. Because I thought it was given to Zin because he was the.
Didn't give it to anybody in particular.
Okay.
However,
Mixed veggies.
Fantasy Grounds has this lovely party sheet.
Oh.
It does have
Oh,
a party
yeah.
sheet.
Should probably put some shared stuff in there.
Why do we have so much stuff in there?
Well, so it's showing what everybody has when you
Yeah.
open the party sheet. Yeah.
There ain't no goddamn way we have 630 gold pieces amongst us.
I think that's total value, maybe. I hope.
No. That's just gold.
We're holding out on each other.
Well, who the fuck has 679 copper on them?
The party. So if you look on the bottom left, where it says carried by,
Yeah.
we have 83 gold, 20 copper, 25 silver between us.
I only have 20 copper pieces. What?
Where the hell did? No, that's between us.
Oh.
I don't have any copper.
Well, I have. No, we only have 80. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And the bottom left carried is right. That's 80. That sounds about right.
So where'd the 630 gold pieces for this party come from?
No idea.
Fuck yeah, we're rich. Let's go.
That might be old party data right there. Let's see. Mixed.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's gotta be from old stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I am getting a bag of ball bearings if that's all right for a gold.
Was that in veggies?
The way I put it, it wasn't really pounds as much as it was enough to cook.
It's what, like 20 rations, I think.
Essentially,
roughly.
yeah, five meals for the entire group 5 times.
Okay, so 25 rations. I'll just I'll just put in quotation marks 25 rations. And then let me find the weight of a single ration. That's 2 pounds. That's 50 pounds of food.
Should I buy some bagpipes, guys?
I would say
Oh,
just
yeah.
looking at those.
I might give that to the kitty. Because I think he travels with less shit on him than I do usually.
Quick question, Kat.
Mm-hmm.
For like How do I put this? What could my character buy to kind of like cover his face and everything?
Hmm.
Maybe I should buy a camel.
Well, you know, chickens are only like a couple silver.
I
We
would
could
just
actually anything.
add an item in your inventory that just name it like mask.
Okay.
Weighing like next to nothing, probably cost you like a silver piece, because it would just be like a small piece of fabric that you could wrap around, tie in the back, and cover most of your face.
All right. Thank you. How do I name this?
Like name the item.
Yeah.
You just call it mask. You just go to the you hit like the little dragon thing that would like show you what an ability does next to it in your inventory, and it should open up the description so you can
Okay.
like name it and change it and whatnot.
As the group just runs through the store and starts picking different items off the shelves,
Ooh, yeah, tent.
walking around, arms filled with products.
Ooh, all of these I need.
A couple
to
of
be
them
able to-
stopping from time to time to pull out their change and count it to make sure that they have enough.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, do I look like an old lady?
Pull out your sack of pennies.
Excuse me, I need help counting this.
Oh god, now I want to be a dick and just show up to a magic item shop with nothing but copper pieces.
Oh, you hear an ass.
Swear to God.
Hey, they have a coin counter around, but that doesn't mean the person working the business.
This is 10,000 platinum pieces. I have copper. Is that okay?
Your mask would probably weigh like 0.01.
Yeah, I figured.
It's very tempting to try to yoink something, but at the same time, I don't know if you'd want to bother.
You gonna steal from old shopkeeper lady?
That's kind of why it's like I don't
That's-
think you'd want to bother with that. But
Yeah.
see, there's nothing that's like
In broad
enticing enough.
daylight in front of
There's
the
nothing that's
entire
enticing enough.
Yeah, she does have a lot of just basic adventuring gear in here.
Yeah.
But the one thing that you would notice is that there are no potions. Something some of you would be familiar with where you'd lived previously is that your basic adventuring guilds, or there would be like a potion shop that you could go to and get a lot of your basic potions. They don't seem to be around here.
I wonder why.
Not like we could afford them anyway.
Yeah, we don't have much money. We have one source of healing.
That and Zen's an alchemist. If you find the ingredients for it, he can make the potion.
Oh, yeah,
Damn, yeah.
Prep time,
Potions of
sure.
healing.
Oh
are
my
50
God.
gold each. That was a good one. Should have been louder
Nice.
I
Yeah,
will be
I respect
keeping that
one.
in mind for Zen.
I'm gonna buy a bag of caltrops.
Yeah.
You know what?
Nice, nice.
I'm good.
That's a
I got
good one
everything.
too. I'll get one of those as well.
I might buy a second water.
Caltrops
skin,
can come in
actually.
handy. So can ball bearings.
I already got the ball bearings. I'm just getting some caltrops as well.
Yeah, I'll buy a second water skin. I'm assuming just from Player's Handbook should be fine. For a couple silver pieces.
Got my tinderbox, tent, rope, rations.
Just being able to store a little bit more water would be good in case we have to journey far away from a river or
Oil,
stream or anything like that.
torches.
Well, that's when you just Bear Grylls it.
Be good to go.
No, it's when we find some still water and we have Mina do a little ritual to make it clean. Get rid of all the amoebas.
Do you have purify whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, useful.
It's told it's a survival campaign, so that spell might actually be useful for once. It's so bad because, like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna purify food in front of someone when you think they've poisoned you?
Yeah. My
You came
goal was
across a
to
bunch of
make
moldy
a
food.
bit more of a survival campaign, so spells like that become useful.
Cool.
Yeah, it's funny,
You
it's
don't
like a
want to just go up and drink the river water.
Unless
Something
it's
like,
flowing really quickly.
I mean, at least we're in an age that's relatively speaking pollution free for the most part.
Yeah, we probably
You go out in the
won't.
wilds, it's just
We
nature.
probably
There's
won't grow a third eye drinking it.
To be
Yeah.
fair, like Mina with her cooking supplies could either boil it, or Zen with his alchemist supplies could probably try to purify it if we didn't have purified water.
Oh yeah, but I'm like,
It'd
why
take a
would
while.
This is why
Yeah.
Mina was like, "Oh my god, I wish you had laundry magic because that'd be such a lifesaver. Convenience magic is the fucking best.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can take
have to make a
prestige.
fire and boil it. I can just do a little prayer and bada bing, bada boom. You can drink and eat."
So, are we good with our shopping?
Yep. I have a quick.
It's definitely some
If
specialty
you
stuff I
if you
want
had like
for
a
a
poisonous
special-
mushroom, could you purify with that spell and eat it?
Yes.
Damn.
Yep, we're all good.
Mobius, you good?
When I tried to say what I was buying, everyone kept talking. So,
Oh, just yap over us if we ever do that.
I'm checking in now. You got what you need?
bedroll, tent, mess kit, water skin.
Okay, yeah. Those are all items available, and subtract your currency accordingly, remembering that it does work on a 10 to 10 to 10, so 1 gold is 10 silver, 1 silver is 10 copper.
Yep, I got it. I don't know how to edit my inventory though.
It's in inventory. Just scroll down.
Inventory, also, the items, you should just be able to, like, click and hold on the little dragon symbol next to the item and drag and drop it into your inventory.
Yeah, that too.
Yep, just like that.
Also, when they talk over you, just talk louder. That's what I've started doing.
Yep,
Talk louder or
we-
wait, because I will always eventually get around to those that I haven't heard from and make sure that you are heard from.
I just butt in.
Yeah, you kind of have to with Discord because like, it's just the only way.
So yeah, you can just drag those into your inventory, and everybody's good. So I would say that this took you all probably about an hour or so of wandering around this little shop, gathering up the items that you need. And I am going to need a survival check from whoever is leading the group. I will give you advantage because you do have a map.
Well, I'd probably nominate the guy who lives here.
Then
Where
ironically,
exactly are we navigating to?
You are following the
Is that-
map to stay on the trail.
To get to
Who-
the wizard.
Yes.
The
Oh,
wonderful
they-
Wizard of Oz.
Zen does have proficiency in survival, so you guys want me to do it then?
Sure, take a guidance, Chief. With the blessings of Ulysses.
Well, God said 6 apparent, or I guess
Add
Well,
a
you still need to
D4.
roll. Yeah.
add a D4.
Might help.
12.
Okay, turn to
All
9
together.
to 12.
12. So, Zen, as you're leading the group, you are fairly confident as you're walking through town, but as you get just a little ways outside of the main city and you start getting out into the sparser housing and the farmland, this is an area you're not too familiar with. So
You're doing it wrong.
Left.
you
No,
do kind of have to
right?
stop from time to time and pull up the map and look around to kind of be sure where you're going.
I think I saw that destitute person earlier. Are we going in a circle?
I think we've passed the same hobo 3 times.
These are my footprints.
Oh, so that's the hobo we're following, right?
Oh my god.
But
Is he wrong?
while you're not positive that you're following the exact trail that you were given, you are confident that you are at least going north, which is the direction that you're supposed to be going.
Okay.
And after about half the day or so, as you had to stop several times, it took up a lot of time to get at least to where you can see the walls in the distance. As you're going along this trail, you see a medium-sized oak tree kind of off to the side of the road, its leaves branching out over the trail, providing a bit of a shaded spot over this road. And there is a small elven child leaning against the stump of this tree, and she is crying.
I'm not good at this kind of stuff.
I'll just I'll take a little stroll up, lean over a little bit. What's going on? You all right?
Her cheeks are streaked with tears, and she's reaching out, kind of holding onto her ankle. I tripped, and I fell, and now my ankle hurts really bad.
Ow. That's not good.
Any of you proficient with medicine?
Mina, why don't you get over here and take this?
I am,
give
but
us
I
a
mean,
little
I
look.
need some equipment. Zen, didn't you buy some healing supplies?
Yes, I did. Gotta.
She probably just rolled it.
I mean,
Oh, let's before we start using anything, how about Mina and me take a look.
Medicine check
All right.
Right.
on whoever's giving
I'll
it a
give
look.
a chance.
Can I assist? I am proficient.
Yes, if you're proficient, you can assist, which will give whoever's rolling advantage.
All right. For a 21.
21, as you gingerly reach out and get a good hold on her leg. She's a little unsure of letting you do this, but she trusts you. And as you kind of do the basic, try to kind of move the ankle a little bit, and gauge her wincing and her pain, you can tell that it's probably a fractured ankle.
ooh.
I think it's a little bit more than just rolling it.
Yeah. Say splint probably would be good.
Mm-hmm.
What's the
Helps them get home.
prognosis?
Might be a minor fracture by the looks of it.
Yeah, you can tell here if you feel alone here. He won't actually do it. He's like points on the leg.
And she is kind of like starting to almost hyperventilate. It hurts.
You're all right. Hang on.
Are there any branches on this oak tree?
Oh yeah, there's branches. There's it's relatively thriving for the area that it's in.
I'm gonna while they're helping to stabilize the child, I'm gonna hack off a branch to make a makeshift crutch.
All right, now before we do anything, where do you live?
Just like maybe, and she's wiping tears from her eyes. Like half a mile up that way, and she points kind of slightly northeast.
Well, I suppose we're going that way, aren't we? Anyways.
Well, here, I tell you what, we're gonna try to get this set so that way it won't get worse, and then I will carry you back to your home, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. My name's Mina. What's yours?
Fuck.
I'm just right.
Your name is
Nice
Fuck.
to meet you. Fuck.
Interesting name you have. Who named you
Little-
that?
No, it's
Man,
names
really?
are my.
Yeah.
Above game. Damn, you're
I
getting your
had to know we were going to ask the girl's name.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do bedside manner. Like, that's all.
Just basic white woman name, go.
Name her Sarah, for fuck's sake.
Carol.
Carol.
Isabel. But mommy
Izzy.
calls me Izzy.
Okay, Izzy. Well, we're gonna have to get this set. It might hurt a little bit, but that'll make sure that it'll heal right, okay?
Okay.
Zin, if you got the tools, I assume we could use like whatever's within the healer's kit on this, since it's like a nebulous first aid item.
Bangor is going to do something completely uncharacteristic that you guys have not seen. He's going to lay his head on her lap.
Comfort kitty, let's go.
Oh, look.
Aw.
Don't forget.
She will like almost immediately reach her little hands up and start to kind of like pet and scratch behind your ears. Big kitty is kind of scary, but
Oh, he's a big softy.
soft kitty.
I was wondering just how soft he was, and I guess that answers it.
The healers can have a 10 uses before they run out. So.
Okay. I mean, I feel like this is worth at least a use on there.
Would we have to use a healer's kit, or could we just use like a makeshift splint? He did grab the branch off the tree to do so, I feel.
No, that was for
He made a
He made a
crutch.
crutch.
Oh. Okay.
So I will say that if you use the healer's kit, you will get advantage on your medicine check to set the splint. If you do not use the healer's kit, it's just going to be a raw roll for a medicine check to properly set the splint.
Even if I assist them with the splint?
She said what she said.
I say we just use the charge. It's 1 out of 10. Like
It's to help a child.
Yeah, I think we're fine with that.
Okay.
I will give.
And also, just let me ask you a question.
All right.
Yeah, no, fair question, but in this instance, I am gonna say that a use of the healer's kit is gonna provide you advantage, whereas just raw medicine is gonna be, raw medicine check.
Okay.
Okay. Do you hand me the healer's kit and then I can?
Yeah, he'll hand you the healer's kit.
And I'll give a little prayer first for guidance.
And you know what? While they're going to have to do this painful thing, I'm going to help distract even further. And I'm going to be like, hey, you know what? Why don't you look here? And I'll just kind of using put my hands up over the kitty's head and I'll start making little shadow puppets. And they're like, they look really good. Like, I mean, way better than they probably should have. Just like some little action going on.
Okay. So, yeah, I was gonna say.
Just distracting her.
The roll on the medicine check is an 11.
How do you want to do this?
I need a performance from Alistair for the shadow puppets. I will give you advantage because Fangor is providing another source of comfort.
I'll even fucking purr if that helps.
Sure. I forgot when I click it. How do I do advantage on just the skill check?
In the bottom left.
Oh,
There's
right, just do that.
ADV,
Right.
DIS. Just hit.
Right, I
ADV.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So with the performance and the extra sources of comfort, Mina, with the healer's kit, you are able to set the splint without causing any further damage. But she does let out a few yelps of pain as you have to move and twist the ankle where it should be to set it. Fangor, you do get a couple of tight grips on the fur.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. Just hold the kitty tight. He'll keep you safe.
She does start to cry again.
I will kind of hurry along. Mina's probably had to do something like this before quite a few times, so.
You're
Is it
doing
over?
all right.
Just
She's
let
just
them work.
finishing it up.
They're
The
almost done.
bad part's over. Don't worry about it.
Okay, one.
Here, look. This is a
last
very cool little bird right here, and you just, make a way too realistic shadow depiction of like a fucking owl on in the shadows of his head. Look there.
And done.
Am I gonna be able to walk again?
Mm-hmm.
A little
Yes.
time. You'll need to rest a little bit and stay off the leg, but yeah, it should heal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna
keep that on.
Plenty of bed
Grab-
rest. Keep the leg elevated above your heart.
somebody grabbed a piece of wood for a. What is it? A little bit of a crutch, right?
Well, Mobius already got that, but I'm just going to carry her back home.
Well, yes.
Something for her to use after.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, just not
Like
right now.
hell. And I'll stand up and I'll pick her up with me.
What?
Then,
Okay.
I didn't think you'd be that offended by it.
you do have a lot of weapons hanging on your back, so maybe it is a good idea.
I keep the front clean.
So Fangor picks up the little girl. Mobius, you're walking by holding the crutch.
Yep.
And you all follow her directions as she points. You kind of veer off of where you're supposed to be going just a little bit more towards the east. As she leads you through the farmland and more into the forested area just before the walls. She leads you to this small cabin with a bit of its own farmland. It kind of reminds you of old Marla's cabin off in the woods. And as you're approaching the cabin, you see a very distraught mother come running out of the door. Sees her daughter being carried by this large Leonin. Oh my god, Izzy! Are you okay? What? Thank you for bringing my daughter home. You have the best of
Yes.
intentions right now, right? As you see her father come out after with a bow drawn, ready.
Yeah,
That's not
fair reaction.
necessary. Relax.
She broke her ankle. Mina found out. And
She
everything, so-
fractured her ankle. Bit of a difference. Sorry.
Oh my
Yes, we set a
God.
splint and brought her back.
You silly girl, what were you doing? I was trying to get the flowers that you like for your birthday.
No.
Cat, stop making me sad. I don't like this feeling.
As the mother does take her from Fangor's arms. Oh, you silly girl.
I'd like to see her try. I'm just kidding.
No. What the fuck?
Oh,
Let's do a
let's
hostage
not
situation.
start there.
Hold on a
like,
knife now. Just a real.
They go just
girl
hold there,
girl petted me.
well, what's she worth to you?
She takes her and holds her, and she looks at the group. Hey, thank you for bringing her home. God, I can't imagine if anybody else would have found her. You guys are so... Well, this type of niceness is just unusual for these times.
Well, we were passing through, and I mean,
What kind of people would be if we left her laying there like that?
Yeah, that's pretty evil.
Only more people in this city were like you. Please, you must come in.
Actually, we're
Alright.
on a bit of a time crunch.
I have to repay you for your kindness. I've...
No
we
payment
can
is
make a
needed.
bit of time for that. I mean, we could. There's a bit of time, right? Right, guys?
Oh,
We don't need payment.
it's only a few hours until dark. You must be needing a place to stay for the evening, and I can give you... She kind of gives you all like a actual look over at your, she sees... It's like she's recognizing, she's seeing Mina's weapons and Mobius's weapons, and just kind of looking at everybody. You look like you could use some help, or whatever you might be getting up to here soon. I have... She kind of looks around, weirdly double checking that you're alone, even though you're kind of out in the woods. I have some potions that might help you.
See, I
I'm
think
sure
we
we
have a
could-
moment or two.
Yeah, they would spare the time.
I kind of look at I look at the dad to see if he still has that bow drawn.
He's lowered it. There's an arrow still notched, but he has kind of lowered it down to his side.
It's not drawn.
Yeah.
Are you getting potion ingredients?
Well, she said she just has the potion, so.
She
I don't
kind
know
of
anyone who-
gestures for y'all to follow. I'm somewhat of an alchemist myself, and I keep it hidden, but you've helped my daughter. You've saved her. Who knows who else could have found her out there?
I think we'd be happy to accept your help and return the favor if anything should happen again.
Oh, I know. We should probably introduce ourselves.
Yes, come. A meal and accommodations and
Well, I'm not sure we'd be staying the night because we do have a place to go, but I mean,
well, you're several hours away from the wall. She kind of looks at you, which I'm assuming you're headed to.
We're several hours away. Sometimes I forget just how far the wall is in this place. It's like Attack on Titan walls.
Yeah, there's literally a whole city plus farmland and woods before you actually hit the walls of the city.
Oh,
You know-
okay. Damn.
well, you do have a good point.
I mean, if that is the case and we know we're that far away, I feel like
Yeah.
staying here isn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
judging because it took you so long to get where you are currently, it's relatively easy to judge that you wouldn't make the walls until after dark.
Is this place big enough to house all of us?
It's debatable.
So we did buy tents
We can
for
keep
a
the
reason.
cat in the stable.
Hey,
But it is basically your typical homestead. There is the cabin, there are some stables, there's a bit of farmland. Like it's a homestead. There's a barn kind of pushed back into the woods a little ways.
Okay. We're walking in. We do have an alchemist of our own. I mean, you might have some interesting conversation with each other.
Oh, are you a practiced alchemist?
Like,
Yeah.
look over at him.
Yeah, I've many years of experience under one of the local guilds in the town.
Then you would appreciate the garden, I assume.
I really want to see this garden, guys.
We're perfectly shaded for most of the year for specific ingredients to make potions that help you feel better.
Interesting. Are you familiar with the local lands around here?
Well, yeah. Born and raised my entire life.
Do you know of the animals that may frequent this area, particularly those of the night? Any bats, particularly?
Oh, yeah, we get bats from time to time, along with your typical nocturnal creatures.
If you know any case with bats in it, or any location with bats in it, I'd actually really be able to utilize that. But I also would be interested in this garden as well.
Well, I'd be most happy to show you the garden, and I'm sure my sons might know of some caves that they aren't supposed to wander far enough to get to. As you enter the house,
quite fortuitous.
it kind of reminds you of above game, kind of like Little House on the Prairie. You've got mom, dad, several kids running around. But you cannot mistake the homely, comfortable vibe that this place gives off. As the providing for themselves and the self-efficiency just seems to kind of radiate through the place. They're not exactly well off, but everybody looks fed and fit and taken care of.
You all look like you're doing better than those even in the city.
Well, self-sufficiency has its
Perks?
yeah.
Gotta be easier with less guards around, though I'm not sure how much they actually come out towards this area.
Not very often, only to collect the taxes.
Ah, the taxmen. They know their way around, I assume.
My parents always just said it was actually just legalized robbery, but I don't understand it.
Your parents are based.
Is how it feels sometimes, but we manage. But make yourselves comfortable. As you're currently in a, small living room with a kind of kitchenette off to the side, few doors that could possibly lead to like bedrooms and such. And she'll look at Zen. We should make our way out to the greenhouse before it gets too dark.
That works for me. Just in case, though, he'll pull out his wand and just activate the light spell just in case for light.
Yeah, so
Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I can't see in the dark like many of you.
She'll lead you out to the greenhouse. It's humble, but there is quite an abundance housed within this little greenhouse. All manner of herbs and spices, a mixture of alchemical ingredients and your typical like cooking spices and such. And she opens a small cupboard and kind of goes through it a little bit. You hear the clanking of bottles against each other, and she will hand you 3 potions of healing.
All right. Can he do a check to see how well these are actually made?
Sure.
What would I need to do for that? Would that be like an alchemist check or?
Let's go with. I will give you Survival or investigation, your choice.
We'll do investigation. 22.
So very easily, you're able to look at the color and the viscosity as you tip the bottles, and it's very easy to tell that these are they're common quality healing potions. They would do exactly what you would want a healing potion to do.
He kind of looks at them. He'll like open one, smell it, dip his finger in it, take a taste, and he goes, "These are well made."
My mother taught me. Been doing it my entire life.
You certainly have gotten the quantity for ingredients down. How do you typically measure?
With
Too
my
much
heart.
of one substance. Color me more impressed then.
Well, it's been a family recipe. I've been doing it since I was barely able to walk.
Interesting. What was your family's name again?
God damn. I'm gonna officially make it a note to just fucking name every NPC.
You just need a list of like random names. To
I
just-
I pull up an entire list of just like 1,000 male names, 1,000 female names, and just like, what's the name? And I'll just turn to list.
What's the name? Well, let me consult.
Bueller. Well, the chart says.
Oh, family name is.
Say again. Avro?
Mm-hmm. Her name is Luna.
Say, if you don't mind, I may have to come back to do some business for potions and ingredients in the future.
Well, I wouldn't be opposed. Our crops only help so much for the taxes. Little side business I've got going here. Don't tell my husband, but it's really the one that pays the most.
I'd imagine most potions, especially in this city, are quite valuable.
And she puts
Though I would not.
a finger to her lips. Kind of in a shush manner.
Oh, trust me, I won't tell a soul. If the guards ever figure out your abilities or how much you have here, they would come and probably confiscate most of this.
Confiscate, make me work, and make these things for them for less than I make now.
Oh, yes. I'm sure they will, The fools who probably come here to collect the taxes don't even realize what you have here. They must have figured it's an average spice garden.
Mm-hmm.
Though hiding it amongst the mint is a good idea.
Yeah, they do look almost similar, don't they?
Yeah.
She kind of has this look on her face like she's proud of what she's done. She looks around the greenhouse.
Don't color me impressed. If you ever need ever looking for work inside the city, try one of the local guild halls if you ever get the chance. They could use an alchemist.
Maybe someday when the kids are grown.
Fair enough.
We should get back inside.
Indeed.
I've
I'm
got-
sure my companions would be quite happy with these.
I've got several people to make dinner for. I must get working.
You should ask, Mina. I believe she likes cooking too. Gets quite a bit of joy out of it.
Oh,
She
you've
might
got
be
a
willing
cook
to
amongst
help.
you.
No, I believe she said she could cook. We haven't been with each other for too long, the group.
Well, I can always use willing hands in the kitchen.
He'll walk back towards the house.
Zen Valen telling me to help prepare my own reward.
I think that's a good place to end it for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great session. Good job, everybody. And for those of you watching now and in the future on YouTube, thank you very much for joining us for episode 3 of Tides of the Fallen Kingdom. We are very much just getting started with this campaign. If you like what you see, like what you hear, do give us a follow, a subscribe if you're feeling nice. And same thing for YouTube. Like and subscribe to see more just like this. Choose Your Roll runs several different games. We have the Far and Wide, and we have the One Piece Endless Horizon, so do check those out. And until next time, choose your roll carefully.